If you talk to yourself, you've probably been told you're weird, crazy, or losing it. But here's what nobody tells you. Scientists at the University of Wisconsin discovered that people who talk to themselves out loud actually perform better on cognitive tasks than people who stay silent. And it's not even close. We're talking about a 20 improvement in focus, problem solving, and memory retention. But the reason why this happens? That's where things get really interesting. Psychologist Linda Sapadin spent years studying self-talk and found something that flips everything we think we know on its head. When you verbalize your thoughts, you're not just talking. You're activating multiple regions of your brain simultaneously. Your auditory cortex processes what you're hearing. Your motor cortex coordinates speech. Your prefrontal cortex organizes the logic. It's like running a full system diagnostic while solving a problem. But here's the part that separates intelligent people from everyone else: they don't just talk to themselves randomly. They narrate their process. A 2012 study published in the Quarterly Journal of Experimental Psychology had participants search for objects in a supermarket. Half stayed silent. Half said the object name out loud. The self-talkers found items 50 to 100 milliseconds faster. That might sound tiny, but in brain processing time, that's massive. Think about the last time you lost your keys. If you're silently searching, your brain is juggling visual scanning, memory recall, and spatial awareness all at once. But the moment you say, "Where are my keys?" out loud, something shifts. You're externalizing the problem, giving your brain a concrete target, and creating a verbal anchor that keeps you focused. You're not distracted. You're optimized. Now let's talk about the people who've mastered this without even realizing it. Athletes call it self-coaching. Tennis legend Serena Williams talks herself through matches. Basketball players verbalize their shot routine. But this isn't sports psychology, it's universal brain science. Dr. Gary Lukian from the University of Wisconsin ran experiments showing that self-directed speech activates visual processing faster than silent thought. When you say, "I need to find the red folder," your brain primes itself to spot red objects. It's like telling a search engine exactly what to scan for instead of browsing blindly. But here's where it gets even deeper. Psychologists distinguish between two types of self-talk: instructional and motivational. Instructional self-talk guides you through tasks. "First I'll do this, then that." Motivational self-talk pumps you up, "I can do this." Research from the University of Thessaly found that athletes using instructional self-talk improved performance by 12, while motivational self-talk boosted it by 8. Your words aren't just sounds. They're performance enhancers. And there's something else. People who talk to themselves tend to have higher metacognition, awareness of their own thinking. They're not on autopilot. They're actively monitoring, adjusting, correcting. That's not a quirk. That's executive function operating at peak capacity. Here's what changes everything: talking to yourself isn't a sign of loneliness or instability. It's a sign that your brain is working harder, smarter, and more intentionally than people who just float through tasks on autopilot. Einstein talked to himself. Mozart narrated his compositions. Oprah Winfrey has openly discussed using self-talk to process decisions. These aren't people who needed help. They were people who understood that externalizing thought makes it tangible, actionable, and powerful. So the next time someone gives you a look because you're muttering to yourself in the grocery store, just know, your brain is running laps around theirs. You're not losing it. You're optimizing it. And psychology proves it, that internal dialogue you've been embarrassed about. It's actually your superpower.